And also you have 4 right angles in order for the quadrilateral to be a rectangle. Question number 2. Draw the quadrilaterals required on the pinboards below, and for part A you are asked to draw a rhombus. And once again, pause the video, try to draw one on your own, and then I'll show you the answers in 2 seconds. So here's one rhombus, but you can have other rhombus as long as you have 4 equal sizes, but then the angles, they are not right angles. And be really careful to draw the line touching the middle of the dots. If you draw something like this, say for this line here, then this new side is actually longer than this one here, so they are no longer 4 equal sizes. So for part B, you're asked to draw a trapezium, and once again, draw one on your own, and I'll show you the answers in 2 seconds. So remember from chapter 6, as long as you have a pair of lines that are of the same length, then you have already drawn a trapezium. So let's do the classwork together. Draw the quadrilaterals required on the pinboard or squared paper. So number 1, draw 2 different rectangles on the pinboard below. So notice the word different here. So the 2 rectangles are expected not to be of the same lengths for the sizes. So try to draw on the pinboard on your own first, and then I'll show you the answer in 2 seconds. So notice here the 2 rectangles, as long as one pair from each of the 2 rectangles are not of the same length, then they are different. So here we have 3 dots long, and here we have 2 dots long. And this one we have 4 dots and 1 dot here. Question number 2. Add 3 straight lines to the squared paper to form a rhombus with the given straight line. So here you only have one answer to this. There are not like many answers to this one. So spend some time, draw it on your own, and I'll show you the answer in 2 seconds. So make sure you draw it really nicely on the squared paper with the end of a line touching the corner of the square in order to make 4 equal sizes with no right angles. So if you draw something like this or this, then right away you can tell that the lengths of these 2 sizes, they are not of the same length as the other sizes. For today's homework, you'll have to work on the other 2 pages of test 1 on your workbook, which is page 11 to 12. And this is the top part of page 11. Question 13. Mr. Ho is 165 centimeter tall. So Mr. Ho 165, and he is 16 centimeter taller than Mr. Lee. That means Mr. Lee is actually 16 centimeters shorter than Mr. Ho. And how tall is Mr. Lee in centimeter. So we would like to find out the height of Mr. Lee. So simply the height of Mr. Ho minus 16 centimeters shorter in order to find out the height for Mr. Lee. And question 14, Cyrus has $600. He wants to buy 2 different toys. So remember, these 2 toys, they are not the same, okay? If one of the toys he chooses is a toy car, what is the other toy that he can buy? So for sure, we can eliminate this one here. So after purchasing the toy car, he has this amount of money left. So 600 minus 280, that's the amount of money that he still has. And then you have to consider which toy he can afford to purchase. So the amount of money left must be larger than the second toy that he's going to purchase. Page 11 and question 15, what is the price of the photo album? So we like to find the missing number here, and by looking at the receipt, in order to find the price for the photo album, we'll take the total amounts for the receipt minus the price of the thermal cup and minus the price of the purse. So this is the expression in order to find the price of the photo album. Page 12, question 16. There are 413 people in the playground. After 157 people leave the playground, how many people are there in the playground now? So this is quite straightforward. So I'll leave it to you to figure out the expression and the calculation. But I just want to mention that when you see the words are there, then you usually put these 2 words at the beginning of the sentence and in different order. So at the beginning of the sentence, you say there are, and this is the unit, the number of people in the playground now. So this is the first part, second part, and the third part to the sentence. And question 17, a bracelet costs $82, a shirt costs $178. Catherine pays $500 to buy a bracelet and a shirt. So only 1 bracelet and 1 shirt. How much change should she get? So this is quite straightforward. $500 minus 82 minus 178 in order to find out the money that she still has. And I just want to mention about the sentence, how much change should she get? She should get the answer here, and the unit would be dollars in this case. So this is the bottom part of page 12 and question 18. There are 108 eggs in the shop. So originally 108. After selling 96 of them, that means we minus 96. The shopkeeper buys 384 more eggs. Add 384. How many eggs are there in the shop now? So 108 minus 96 plus 384 is our expression. And for the sentence, we'll put there in the beginning, and then the answer, and then the unit is the eggs, and the third part will be in the shop now. So there are how many eggs in the shop now for the sentence. And question 19. There are some orange juice, apple juice, and milk in the shop. There are 157 bottles of milk, 157 bottles of milk, and there are 146 bottles of orange juice. 146 orange juice bottles of orange juice, and there are 32 fewer bottles of apple juice than orange juice. So for apple juice, 32 fewer bottles. And we are asked to find the number of bottles of juice. So that means we need to know the number of bottles of orange juice and apple juice together. So the expression will be this number add or plus this expression here in order to find out the number of bottles of juice in the shop. So for the sentence, once again we put there in the beginning, and then the answer, and then bottles of juice as the unit, and at the end we'll put in the shop all together for the sentence. So that's it for today. I will see you next week. Goodbye.